I'm Shannon S with the Portland District Library, and today we're making Yule logs out of pool noodles. In your bag, you will find a wad of brown paper, a large stack, and also a smaller stack of brown paper, a bowl, 2 things of glue, a container of gray, brown, and black paint, white paint, 2 paintbrushes, and ribbon. And a pretty to put on top as well. So you can decorate your Yule logs however you wish. To begin, you will take your pool noodle and measure it to make sure all the brown paper is going to fit your noodle. You will then begin by ripping it into pieces. Doesn't matter if they vary in sizes, it doesn't have to be perfect. Then, once you have all the pieces ripped, you're going to take glue, open that up, and begin by painting your pool noodle. I usually start just by doing half at a time, and then you will simply begin, I didn't like the size of that strip of paper, by wrapping it around your pool noodle. And as you can see, I am working over a piece of scrap paper, old bag, box, whatever you have laying around. So you want to protect your work area. At times as you're working, your paper may stick up a bit. Just take your brush or your fingers to help cover up any spots. If you have a couple little spots that show, that is going to be okay. So just continue wrapping it until you have it completely covered. May not look like much yet, but before you know it, it starts to come together. And it's okay if it hangs off a little bit on the edges. You can just get it to go down. You can use the glue, push it down. But I should have said to begin, you will want to trace one of the edges on the smaller pieces of the brown paper, and you're going to need 8 circles. So just trace around and then cut, and then you will have the circles that you need. And you will place those on the edges of your soon-to-be logs. And you'll repeat doing that on the other side. You can tell I have a little bit of the noodle showing. You can either take a little bit of your paper if you have some left and wrap it around, or not worry about it too much because you are going to be painting these as well. It may take a few hours or overnight for these to dry. So once you do have your first, I did all of them at once, but once you have them all dry, they will look like this. Once you have it like that, you are going to be able to start painting. But as you can see on this one, I did not do my edges. So actually, we will just take this one that I did do the edges on. I have already painted this one white. So you're just take a little bit of paint. Start with the white. You'll take your other paintbrush and just go all over the log to get it white. Once it is completely painted white, it will look like this. You're then going to be able to take some tissue paper, which is not included. Just rip it into little balls or wads, however you want to do it. I just dip it in my glue and stick it on. Doesn't matter where you place them. So then you also need to wait for this to dry. Once that is dry, you will then take some of your white paint and some of your black paint. We've included bowls for you to do this stage. Sorry, I'm doing something. Cut. Do the gray wash next. Okay, so once you have it painted white, you're going to make a gray wash. I have a bowl with some water and my white paint. Add some gray. And add a little bit of water. Take your paintbrush, mix it up. You will then go over the white log with a gray wash. Cover the whole noodle and your now dry wads of tissue paper. You can also get the tips of the tissue paper if you wish. You will be painting those black here shortly. So it doesn't matter how dark, light your log is. Mine have been all different at times. Don't forget to get the sides. Sometimes dabbing it gives it some nice texture too. So then you have that. Once that is dry, you are then going to be able to take some of your black paint and paint the dried tissue. You may want to dump it out onto some wax paper, parchment paper, your scrap paper that you're working on. And you just paint that black. Just kind of get it into the nooks and crannies. If you wanted, you could even dip it in the black paint before you put it on and then adhere it to the soon-to-be Yule log. So you can just kind of rub it in some black paint. Get it to be the color that you need it to be, which I think is actually going to work a little bit better. And then you can add a little bit more glue. And then you can just stick that on, like that. It may be easier than trying to paint all of the different pieces. Once you have completed painting those, you will then take your brown paint and your black paint and add some of the detail of the lines that you can see in the demo. If you have an old gift card or credit card laying around, you can use that. I'm just using the edge of a piece of paper, and I am going to just roll that carefully into my black and brown paint, and then you just add the lines. Doesn't have to be anything perfect, just kind of adds that detail to the logs. And then, once everything is dry, you will take your ribbon and you can tie a bow on it and add the greenery. And if you have any other ideas, maybe even adding some twinkle lights, fairy lights to it, you can do that. And that is how you do the Yule logs. Thanks for joining us.